To order, 5 o'clock.
Do we need hearings?
Yeah.
We do?
Yeah.
Okay. You said to put him on the phone.
Okay. So Gary's on the phone. I'm here, Mario's here, Gary's on the phone, Armand's here, Don is here, Doug's here, and John Kisco's here. Mike Z is here, John Jenny's here, Dean is here, okay? Agenda, I have to add one, you received it just now. I got a bill from R&B, so I want to include that, that's our only invoice. So could I have a motion to include R&B invoice?
I'll make a motion to
Number 9.
include the
Donna.
invoice.
Second, Doug. Okay,
You're on speaker, my friend.
yeah, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Hang in as long as you feel. You
Yeah.
can.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
Or my battery dies.
Approval of the minutes.
What, buddy? No, but you're on with everyone in the meeting,
Yeah,
okay? Because I know you can't dial in. Do we have a quorum without him?
it's cool.
No,
We need,
we need him on, we need you on, okay?
yes.
Yeah, don't drive off the road.
Yeah.
Or vote first and then do
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks.
Go.
Okay, can I have a motion to approve the minutes? June 25th. Okay,
Gary moved it.
Gary. Second. Second, Armand. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Okay. Public portion.
So, hi everyone. Towards the left side of the table here is the guys that work for MJ Daily. At the end there, we got Joe, Henry to his left, Mike.
That's
to his
Joe
left.
Pesci.
That's Joe Pesci. Don't forget
Pesci,
that.
don't watch out for him.
We got Mike in the white shirt, and then Nick with the computer over there. Obviously, after last month's meeting, we've given an update on the HVAC and building commissioning of all the systems, and felt to be a good opportunity to extend the invite to them for this meeting, and so they can give an update on some of the different items that they've been working on over the last couple of weeks. They've been putting a lot of time and effort in working with the engineer CES and obviously the commissioning agent IES. And also various different vendors, Armstrong doing all the pumps, Train has all the mechanical equipment. So if you guys could just let everybody know what you guys been doing over the last couple of weeks and what the status of the HVAC system is, that'd be great.
Nick, you wanna go first?
Yeah,
Wait.
so we had Train out earlier this week. They put a couple screws since the welds on the screens fell off, so they put some screws on there to fix the issue. And he also walked the whole site with Robert. They're quoting up a solution to the intake screens because the current intake screens build up too much dirt too quickly. So right now he's supposed to send me some kind of quote to resolve the issue, but I haven't gotten anything so far. We just got the report this morning, so you guys will see that tomorrow. So that'll describe all the issues he went through. He verified all the velocities through the units. We went through, had our guy fix all the faucets and the flushometer issues, so those are all resolved 100%. And then we're working on the roof tomorrow to finish out all the issues on the rooftop units as far as the remaining flashing pieces that gotta be put on and whatever was left on the punch list. So that'll be 100% done tomorrow. And on top of that, we're working with CES to just verify some of the pressures in the system. Right now, we're waiting to put some glycol on the system, but before Henry goes and does that, we just want to make sure we verify the pressure in the system so we don't have any issues with the chiller that comes of that. Because right now we're kind of in a good spot right now, so we don't want anything to screw with that. So we're just waiting for something from Brian. So I'm gonna actually get Brian a call tomorrow just to make sure we're on the same page, because we're kind of going back and forth in email, and it's probably easier just to get on the phone with them. And on top of that, we have to, let's see. Oh, the filter changes, Henry, it's just, we have the filters, we just have to verify if there's any leftover for the AHUs that we might not have on site. Henry's gonna go through that. So the AHUs that we've got left, that'll be done, what do you think?
As soon as you can get on schedule.
Get there, what do you think, middle of next week, maybe?
It will be, yes.
Okay, so probably,
I think we have had the schedule here for Tuesday, if, at latest, I believe is Wednesday,
okay.
and, okay, finish up, I don't wanna say.
Yeah, no worries. So yeah, I think by Wednesday, we'll be done with that, so, and, what's it called? ABS verified that the flow meters are working with the balancer, over the phone in the last week, so I talked to ABS on that, so we should be all set. Next time Henry's there, I'm gonna have him just take a manual refractometer and just verify that the one that ABS installed is reading accurately, so that's not screwing with the system. So as far as that goes, that's kind of where we left it off right now. And we'll be back tomorrow, our guys working the roof, and then Henry will do his stuff with the filter and glycol next week. So, yeah,
Were the wheels ever cleaned?
that's another thing on Henry's list. He is gonna do that next week.
Just to let everybody know, we had a meeting 2 weeks ago. We have another meeting on the 24th. I think it's Friday the 24th. It's going out, and there'll probably be, everybody will be there, because as I said at the last meeting, we're hoping that after that meeting, everything will be completed. Right, Dean? We hope.
Go ahead, he's got some points.
Yeah.
So we talked about the wheel on the DOA, correct? That's the DOA wheel that we're gonna be,
Correct.
it's the one that's a little bit intense. And the complete service on that DOA is still waiting to happen, correct?
Correct.
That's good.
Okay.
Filters are gonna be changed as well too, is that Henry?
On those units as well, the same.
And the other ones are just the DOAs?
The DOAs and the AHUs, I did because I had to look at the auto shop on the, I believe that's the middle school side, right, Dean?
Auto shop is.
Yep, that one, the filters haven't been changed on that because we have to get a lift for it. So we were,
On the DOA,
no, that's the auto shop air handler,
Yeah,
makeup air unit.
they changed it today.
That was changed when I was there last.
No, they put a, okay, you're talking about filters.
Filters.
Okay, I'm
Frequency
sorry.
drive was repaired today.
Yeah, they put a brand new drive in today.
Perfect.
I was told.
For the filters, we have the DOAs and the air handling.
Yep. So glycol, our levels aren't there? Why are we adding glycol?
The glycol was diluted because the water feeders added water to the system due to some previous leaks that were since repaired.
Which side of the system? The entire system, or is it
It's a one
on?
continuous loop, yeah.
Well, he's talking about the chilled.
The chill, yeah, so hot water, the heating
I think they're
system,
both slightly low, right? Or is it just the chilled?
the two chilled ones, so the chilled beam loop and the chilled water loop were both slightly low by like 2%, if I recall.
You're shooting for 30%?
We're shooting for anywhere between 28 and 32, is the range.
Okay, and you're gonna recheck it before you add it too, right?
Yes.
That's what
Okay.
we're waiting for the engineer's responses to,
As far as,
because we have to worry about differential pressures, or else we can blow out sensors
Alright.
and all that and cause more damage.
yes, so we're waiting to do that before we do it. So all of that will be done. It'll be a closed system, then we can put the antifreeze in
We're
that
also
we
gonna
think that we
use
need.
a handheld refractometer
To confirm.
as a confirmation
Yes,
to the inline refractometer that's on site.
yes, okay.
When you do that, is it getting calibrated at that point when you do that?
No, they're separate. One's a handheld that we carry that gets calibrated remotely, The one that's in line is completely tied to your BMS system. That's
Which has
offline
already
from
been
us.
calibrated.
But if
we
you
just
find
have
it,
to-
that already has been calibrated.
Yes, that's already.
But we have to verify that,
Okay.
that it's
That's
still
what I'm getting
reading
at.
correctly, yeah.
If you find that it's not,
Then we'll
Yeah,
call
we're
out.
gonna take a hand measurement to verify that, yeah, it's still.
And
Can I
we're
interrupt
assuming
for
it's
one
low.
second?
We're assuming, I'm sorry.
That's the
Mario.
No,
assumption.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
I just gotta turn him loose. Joe Kulish, are you on the phone? I mean, online?
Yes, I'm here. Yep.
Gary, you're good to go.
All right, thank you.
Bye-bye.
guys.
Drive safe. Just one thing, Dean, before you get back into it, just a phrase you just said, cause more damage.
Well, cause damage, yeah, we don't wanna cause damage. That's first and foremost
I
right
know,
now.
but you said
DP
cause-
sensors or,
Somebody over there said cause more damage.
I misspoke.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I would highly recommend having yourself right there, the test kit in hand. We use an independent lab, we use Nalco water to do our testing. And when he does it, he's there with the test kit right there readily available, and he's doing his thing.
Do you deal with Joe from Nalco?
Nalco.
Is it Joe from Nalco? I'm just curious,
Nalco.
because I can reach out to him too if we want to have him verified as well.
Yeah, I had him come in,
Okay.
so he already tested.
Okay.
And you guys were very close.
Okay.
So I just did it on my own. I figured, let me get my guy used to the system. He wanted to look around and say things, so he came in and did it.
Gotcha.
So you're close on that. I don't want to over antifreeze it either,
I
right?
agree. Yeah,
You
that's
guys know your
actually,
business. I don't want
yeah,
to
that
do
would be
business.
worse.
Okay. When we're replacing the flushometers, I've asked this more than once, is to have a explicit, whether we have to mark up a blueprint of which fixtures we're changing and, which one's not changing, that we're repairing, as opposed to, I got a feeling just about every one of those have been touched so far. I just don't know which ones have the new parts in them to say that it's the old parts were the problem and the new parts have fixed it, because so many have been,
Yeah, okay.
you know what I
I
mean?
have the list,
I understand we have a warranty and all, but
Yeah.
that doesn't help me 5 years from now when there's
For sure.
there's another issue going on
For
here.
sure.
So I'm hoping that's just that little overhang.
Alex does have the list that he replaced this week, so I can get that.
At least let's start with this
Yeah.
list now. I know we don't have one from the
Yeah,
past, or I
yeah.
haven't seen it anyway, unless somebody's
Yeah.
got a hidden, but I've asked for it
That'd be
before.
right.
Yeah, no.
Because when we call, we're like, toilet's down, and then it could be,
Yeah.
we could have turned it back on. It could have been the next week, because we were turning them on and off, we weren't keeping track of the ones you actually got your fingers into and you put new parts in. Okay. The other thing too is, if possible, I know you guys are ordering filters and all, and I've asked a couple of times if we can get exactly, I saw the size of them, but if we can get a count of what we have in each one of these units. I got the spec on the job, but it doesn't break it down. These are custom made units. So I'd like to have, how many filters we need
Per unit?
per unit,
What
size,
Yep.
and any other expendables that we have to look at. I don't think there's anything else on there, right? I mean, if there's
Most of them are direct drives, so.
It's all direct, right. no belts, no shivs, stuff like that. So yeah, I would, if you guys can get that to me,
I can get that too.
that'd be great. That'd be great. And there's cases of filters that showed up a couple weeks ago in this, and that is all, that's for the AHU units.
Yeah, those were for the AHUs, and then we have some more at the top of the stairwells on both sides of the school.
Okay,
The middle school and the high school, top of the stairwell going to the roof.
and most of those for AHUs, right?
Those at
Or
the top of the stairs should be for the DOAs,
Okay,
so we might have to order a few more filters for those if, when we start to change them. Missing,
okay.
we don't wanna over order
Yep.
a bunch of filters, so we're making
Yep.
sure we use up, so you don't take up all your storage space in your school.
No, I got you. No, they do take up some space. All right, last thing is, on my way out about an hour ago, I went downstairs and I noticed, I go out kind of the side exit and, the pump, chilled water pump was about 100 decibels. It was screaming. It was very loud on that Armstrong. It's the one closest to the door. So I took a reading of it. I have it in here. You can hear it out. The reason why I went in is because I can hear it outside the door is pretty good. It's making a pretty good squeal. So if you guys are there tomorrow, just take a look. I have the video. I'll send it to you just so you have it of the decibel range, but it was quite loud. I haven't heard it this loud. If you can just take a look at that tomorrow.
Which pump? Was it filter water?
Hang on, I might get a little audio here when I play this, so hold on a second. Yeah. Chilled water return.
So I think that's two. But yeah, we'll look at it and
And I don't know what the normal is on it, but this got up to almost 90 decibels as I get real close to it, so it seemed a little bit higher than it should be. I think that's all I have, Mara.
Okay, thank you. Anything else, guys? I know that Dean calls Henry and Joe Pesci all the time. We appreciate you guys coming out to help Dean and the school system.
The communication's been much better.
Yeah.
Robert from ONG is kind of like the glue that's holding us together so far with the emails and stuff, so let's just keep that going. So I think we're all aware of it, including the engineer, and including our commissioning agent also, right, with these things back and forth.
Yep. So, and memo we're going out from me either tomorrow or over the weekend, for the next meeting, and everything should be done, hopefully.
Okay.
And you guys will bring the champagne so you can hit the chiller.
Absolutely.
Okay,
So that was public, right?
yes.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank
Have a
you.
good night.
Good night, guys.
Okay, you're up.
All right, guys, a few other things I'd just like to give you guys an update on, just a little bit of the aftermath after the storm, related to the construction site, progress on the athletic fields, landscaping, and then obviously the high school gym floor. Obviously, this area suffered pretty bad from the recent storm event, and, overall, the biggest area affected within the active construction limits were the softball field and the baseball fields. Most of the damage was related to the backstops on both of those fields, and then also some of the temporary fencing that's was down around the softball field. Just as a reminder, the builder's risk policy through the project was removed at the beginning of this year after Area H was occupied, the last area of the job, and was transferred onto the city's policy. So that obviously does not cover storm damage under our construction project. So we did have CJ Fucci and Eagle Fence stand back up the temporary fencing, repair the backstops on the softball field and the varsity baseball field, and then also had them verify the JV baseball field, which didn't show any damage, but just to double check that everything was, up to snuff. So we did track some of that work on a time and material basis. Do intend to fund that work through the contingency.
Okay, hold on.
So
We might get some relief from the government, right? On damages?
We should definitely track it, yes, they're asking us to submit all. So let me back up, and you speak too fast sometimes, I was trying to follow it. So right now, if I remember correctly, so any damages like that is on us?
we don't have a builder's risk policy effective on the job anymore. It would be typically covered under builder's risk, depending on what the language says, but since we don't have it, it's covered under the city's
Okay,
facilities.
I wasn't
We're not
aware of
covered.
that,
Yeah.
I wasn't aware of that.
We should seek reimbursement from that.
Well, there's two things, okay, there's insurance, and then there's this FEMA thing, right? So there's two things. But I gave an assessment already, and I didn't give an assessment of that stuff, I didn't even think it was part of ours, to be honest with you, for construction, I didn't think it was ours.
If I had to guess, probably around 5 or 6 grand. We had a couple of guys from Eagle, spending a couple of days on both of the backstops, and then, some laborers standing up the fence, so it's not a ton of time, and, thinking about just having it encumbered under the contingency,
All
still
right,
funds left,
let's
but.
see what it comes out to and
Let me have those, I'll put them in the folder when I
Yeah.
submit it all.
Okay. Yeah,
Have you
once,
seen 5 or 6 grand? I haven't seen anything so far in this job that's 5 or 6 grand.
well,
I
when they
haven't seen
click,
it.
when they click the mouse to make the bill, that's the first $5,000.
Well, I'll send, is there a deadline at all for that?
Yeah, give it to me as soon as, give me something, they're not asking for
They
invoices
just
yet,
want
right,
to
cause
give you a
we're
number,
right in the middle.
placeholder, so-
They're asking for
Yeah.
like, hey, what do you
Okay.
think,
Yeah.
what do you think? So I think besides the fence,
Yep.
what did you say else?
Backstops.
Backs up on the top.
Oh, yeah, backstop,
Yeah,
okay.
the flared part.
Fencing type
Yeah,
of thing,
it just
okay.
came unhooked.
But nothing as far as I didn't see anything.
No, there was nothing else really. I mean, there's a ton of trees. They're down, obviously,
Yeah.
not in the limits of the construction.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
So is it no, just so I understand, is it no in progress construction is covered under insurance? Is that just how it works?
nothing at all. Yeah, it's an act of God, and whatever has been damaged in our active, whatever hasn't been, substantially completed, which is pretty much everything except for the softball field. That's where we got the most damage.
Okay, I just didn't know how that works. So when something is under construction, if something blows it
Right, if a
over.
hurricane blows this up, yeah, it's typically covered under
Oh.
builder's risk,
All right,
depending on the language and the risk.
When we had the
policy.
building being built, we had builder's risk.
Correct.
But-
We
Yep.
just don't
But
have.
as of, there's no builder's risk, but all the fields except for the softball field are covered under the city's plan because it was done.
Okay.
Mhm.
And nobody's found anything to the building, nothing on the side of the
no.
building,
I
nothing
walked around the whole
inside.
building,
no
looked at the whole
windows blown
envelope.
out?
I didn't see anything,
Okay,
so it held up
excellent.
pretty well. And obviously landscaping was also affected by the storm, but the difference with that is, Slam had issued a non-conformance notice
Yeah.
to CJ Fucci and TC Landscaping, rejecting pretty much all the lawns, all the plantings, all the planting beds. But because it was not accepted, we're not tracking anybody's time on fixing it because it was never accepted in the first place. So
What was wrong? What got damaged?
all the mulch that's everywhere, you can see filter fabric everywhere.
All the weeds that were growing are bent over now.
As I said, that's a carrier,
Mostly
your
it's
grass
just-
problem, right? Your
so-
grass problem.
planting.
So it's cleaning up the mulch around the project? Is that what you guys are doing?
There's some washout,
There's
yeah.
some
Yeah,
mulch.
there's
Some washout, so you have to add.
So-
But I'm not letting them track time on
No,
that.
I understand.
Yeah,
I
One
just-
tree came over.
What did?
One of their trees came over too.
Oh, is that right? One of their little trees? Okay, probably.
That'll get fixed when the other dead trees.
Can I talk about that right
Sure,
now?
yeah, we can talk about it.
I just want to be clear. I told Dino I'd send out an email today, but I forgot. I got busy. There was no response to Dean's saying he's gonna take over the weed whacking and the mowing. He's not gonna be fixing stuff, right? He's not gonna be doing edging. He's not gonna be, I don't even think you're gonna be pulling weeds, right? You just wanna mow and.
I want this property to look like the rest of our properties,
Yeah,
to be honest with you,
so
and it doesn't right now.
So nobody pushed back on the fact that Dean's gonna be doing it. So double edged sword. Number one, we don't want anybody thinking that by Dean employing his own landscaper, we're in any way accepting it, number one. And number two, we wanna make sure they're gonna pay us back.
That would be the most important number two,
Right,
because it's not going on our dime, we're
So-
not accepting it.
so now they haven't responded. What do we,
I didn't get a response from them.
I know,
Notified them that whatever areas that you are not maintaining, they come every so often and do it, but they do a half-assed job of it.
all right, so what do we need to do to make sure that's locked in?
Button up.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting on their revised response from me. I gave them a couple extra days to
Right.
figure out what their plan is.
What you give them the end of the week?
Yeah.
All right, so
Pretty
tomorrow.
much, yeah. So I wanna wait to hear back from that. Obviously, we are not in planting season, so all the trees that didn't
No,
survive over the winter,
course.
all the grass that they still need to seed throughout the fields or touch up throughout the whole rest of the property. None of that can happen until August 15th. But between now and then, we're gonna get them to get a plan together, figure out what they need to do. And when planting season comes on August 15th, give it one last shot. And if it still is not meeting expectations, then we're gonna go to the option 2. And that's
Could you make sure, because on their letter,
Yep.
they,
That's from the arborist or just?
no, that's from TC, and they said, they, additional time beyond the close of July 15th.
That's, yeah, so he gave them to the end of the week instead of the end of
Okay.
yesterday.
Did you send them a note?
What's that?
Did you send them a note about doing it beyond the 15th?
Yeah.
Okay, because I don't have that one.
Okay. I'll forward it to you.
Yeah.
And I'm not familiar with the industry
Mhm.
in terms of this, but to the extent that he starts directing employees to mow and they haven't responded, is there any implied acceptance on our part by doing that?
That's what we're trying to avoid and we will avoid. We'll wait to see their answer tomorrow.
Yeah, they do need to provide a response to me. 'cause I
Yeah, we
told
need it
them
right.
that-
Yeah, we gotta get it in writing.
Yeah.
If somehow that response comes back and there's no, we acknowledge that you're gonna do the lawn, then we're gonna have to do something. We're gonna have to send them a certified letter
Yeah.
or whatever the heck we gotta do.
Well, it's more of a legal document at that point, because in terms of any kind of recouping any kind of compensation, them saying in writing, yeah, great, Dean could mow it. that does me no good. I'll come and mow your lawn too.
Yeah.
But, we want, it would have to be a legal document saying that, A, it is not taking any acceptance to Donna's point, and B, it certainly is, we're gonna be compensated for doing the time, energy, and effort that they should have done since we're not accepting the project. So definitely a lot more to come in terms of
All right, so we
not
gotta,
only a letter, but it definitely has to be a legal document.
And
Yeah.
remember, it's CM at risk, so they have the contract with Fucci and Fucci has the contract with TLC, so.
But let me ask you this, not to make it more confusing and keep us here longer, but, I mean, let's just say, next month, by the grace of God, this all gets approved and we like it. How long after that does the current landscaper have to maintain it? Is he done at that point?
Now, the technical spec gives you some durations in the spec that says, any lawn area or plantings, you gotta maintain the lawn for 60 days after substantial completion, and then what I think the planting is about 30 days.
After acceptance.
After acceptance.
After acceptance, they still own it for how many days?
I think the most duration I saw in the spec was 60 days, I think, for the lawn.
60
So they'd be
days.
mowing for 2 months.
2 months.
2 months.
2 months, which would carry you at least until the winter. If magically it was accepted by
If it,
next
if
month.
you have a really good growing season in the fall and all this, the work that he does in late August. to
Yeah.
September,
Yeah.
So let's just say we have a great planting season done in fall, right?
Yep.
When are we gonna accept this? In the spring?
It
When-
would be accepted
If it germinates well and
If
it's in
it's-
accordance with SLAM specifications requests, then,
in the fall.
they can
It could
accept
be
it.
accepted in the fall.
That's a pretty
So
good.
they're gonna plant and grow in the same season, you're gonna expect it,
No, I'm not saying we're gonna expect it, but it could be done.
it could be done, all right. If it's not done, which it's not gonna be done, right? So then we go into the spring,
Mhm.
and at that point, if we accept it in the spring, the landscaper's got 2 more months
2
to
months,
take it.
correct.
Okay, that'll bring us into almost close, right? So. Yeah, so yeah, it would be better if we handled it, anyway, it's a long time
Yeah.
for this property to continue to look like it does.
It's been
And that's what it's gonna do. I haven't seen any evidence that there's gonna be a change in, our procedures or quality.
no. Okay,
You have that? Just to touch on the athletic fields, progress is ongoing. We are moving towards completion. Field turf did wrap up the synthetic turf installations on the varsity softball field a few weeks ago. The fencing contractor has a majority of the remaining work around this field, working on fence detailing, adding gates, fencing throughout the dugouts. The scoreboard installation at the softball field is nearing completion, which is gonna open up some more work for the electrician to remobilize tomorrow. Finish power up that scoreboard, get receptacles in the dugout, and then do a wire pull from the building electrical room inside the building to the field panel that's outside. And then a couple other activities that are on their list, like camera enclosures on the light poles. You gotta pull some low voltage communication fiber wire for those cameras, get the other guy to come in, plug it in, do all the programming for the cameras. So all that should hopefully happen over the next couple weeks.
That shutdown is tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow, yep,
To pull
that
the
still
wire.
works.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I thought it was Saturday.
No, Friday. I talked to Dean about it. It was supposed to be a Saturday, but.
So there's no,
It's in that part of the building, nobody should be affected, we let everybody know, there's no,
but the reason why I'm saying I have to put in to the state, I can still go into the upstairs, you still have
Oh, yeah,
electricity.
the only thing that's not gonna work at is like area H. And a
Oh,
little bit
okay,
of the middle
okay.
school gym, a
That's
couple
all.
receptacles.
Yeah, I gotta put in the next payment.
I tried to do the whole building, boss wouldn't let me.
Thank you.
Got you.
CJ Fucci has been working on finishing up the Daily Drive Road where the construction trailers used to be. It's been in a binder condition for a while, obviously to help the buses pass through from the backside there. But since the field work has been wrapping up, we are working our way off the project. Remaining pedestrian sidewalks, concrete sidewalks that is, have been completed. Fucci's been installing the remainder of the precast curbing, backfilling the curbing, hauling out surplus material, demobilization of equipment, their office trailers, any materials that are not needed anymore. They're building up the road to grade, and then next week A&J is lined up to start fine grading that last little bit area on the road, and then they can pave the wear course on Daily Drive, and then also pave the remaining asphalt pedestrian sidewalks that kind of go around the softball field.
That existing pile of soil or dirt, whatever it is inside there, is that excess? Is that extra?
They've been hauling it out.
Yeah,
Well,
instead of
if you
hauling
want
out, can we haul it somewhere on the site?
on the site. Yeah, if you want, yeah, you could ask them. I mean, they're bringing it up to, I think, Clug Farm, wherever that is on the other end of Torrington.
West side, yeah.
Yeah,
And what happens there?
what's that?
It sits at Clugs, it's still ours, we can go get it if we need
No,
it?
they just make arrangements with a farmer over there, and that's where they house all their material and some of that.
If they haul it, they own it.
Okay, maybe I'll call you tomorrow,
But
maybe we can
It
figure
saves them a
something
little
out.
bit of mileage if it stays on site, if you want to
Yeah,
keep some of it,
yeah,
let me know, we
maybe.
can work something out.
Okay.
Last thing here about the floor, as we mentioned just during the last meeting, we are working on addressing an issue on the high school gym floor where there is an area inside the basketball key that is deflecting. We have provided manufacturer's recommendations on how to repair that section of the floor. It's currently, and I think you guys are gonna take a trip up to that project and take a look at where that
Dean,
proposed
please.
fix.
I'm waiting to hear back from,
Still.
you gave me the name of, Springfield High School.
Yeah,
I got a hold of them, I spoke to the business manager, I think I'm waiting to hear back from somebody that can talk to me
Mm.
about this floor and then possibly set up a site visit,
Okay.
depending on my conversation with them. So I talked to her yesterday, I was expecting a phone call today, I didn't get it, I will try again tomorrow.
So, Mike, when's the drop dead date for Dean to do his thing? The repair to be done and the floor to be.
I mean, it's obviously better when the kids are not here because
Oh,
there's
yeah,
less, you know,
for
I know they still use the gym, but.
Are we
summer,
waiting,
better.
to
I haven't
recoat the
released it yet.
floor until we make the repair?
Say that one more time.
The recoating of the floor, JJ Kern's gonna come in, we gave the green light.
Yeah, we wanna make sure all that's done first, so they can come
Before,
and do that, yeah,
Right,
yep. But I'm holding, 2.5% retainage on their old contract, that's the only reason I'm holding their contract still open until we can figure out what we wanna do. with
did they
this.
say how long did they say how long the repair is gonna take?
Oh, it's not gonna take very
A day.
long, it's a day.
You're in and out
It's
in a day.
It's a small area, they just gotta drill, I think, in the face of the maple and then shoot some insulation, or spray foam into it, and then
Okay,
patch it back
well,
up.
I'll jump on it tomorrow because I'd like
Yeah.
to schedule to get that coated before, because we have other activities going on here.
Yeah.
And,
It's gonna get pretty hard when those
Yep.
students return.
Yep.
Okay.
Anything else?
No, I'm good. Any questions at all? Good.
John?
Well, I didn't have much to report last month. I have less to report this month. Most of what I was gonna talk about, they talked about with the NJ Daily. We're meeting on a week from tomorrow to review the status of various things they've been working on. And we're hoping that all of those items have been addressed, and if not, then only a few remain. So next Friday is going to be pivotal when it comes to that. Other than that, there are 10 items on our field report. I believe one will be going away based on what they were saying today about fixing some of the gasketing on the rooftop units. And the balance of the items are all field related, and those are going to be taken care of when the fields get wrapped up. And there were no tests this past month, so no tests or inspections.
Next item is the application certificate of payment. This month is $336,968.88. Can I have a motion to approve that figure?
So moved.
So, Palmer, can I have a second?
Second.
Donna? Any discussion? All in favor? Aye opposed, okay. Next item, there's no PCOs, it's only a couple that you'll have next month. That we approve that.
Yep.
So next item is analysis of payment. You got it already, we've paid $179 million the project, just to let you know, it's all in there. Also, the progress payments we did receive last week, $4,786,076. So to date, the state has given us $131,807,377.09. They're holding back $12,603,144.80. Tomorrow, we'll be putting in progress payment number 23. Invoices you have attached. R&B decided to send us their invoice. This was for the video production room that's been in progress for a year already. They decided to send us their bill, which was encumbered if you look at. So can I have a motion to approve RMV's amount of $10,844.12?
So
John. Second. Doug. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
I opposed, okay. Okay, the last item is I always give you the project budget summary, and if you look at FF&E, you can see that there was a balance of $12,000, so we will have a surplus of about $2,000 in that account when it's finished, so just want to let you know, it's that. And that's all I have. No executive session. Comments for the good of the order, Donna?
Thank you, good.
No, sir, thank you.
All set, thank you.
Yes.
Yes.
Did you find out?
Scoreboard guy, did not.
Okay, need that
Mhm.
for Dino.
Find out what?
The manufacturer and the installer of the current scoreboard going in. Just for your information,
Oh, yeah.
okay? You called Eric Royce about the
I get
bleachers.
Bleachers, I'm waiting to hear from them,
Okay, very good.
Oh, okay, yeah.
because they had damage on the bleachers.
Feel like Dean's personal secretary,
Yeah, well,
you know?
You both are.
Thank
yeah,
you.
that's true.
The court, we already talked about, TC, we already talked about. Can't even read what the heck that says. When do you think Eagle is gonna do that fence? Finish the fence, right? The one that runs to the highway.
I can have him jump on it if you want him to move away from the fields.
No, we don't want him to jump on
Probably
it.
one of the last things they did was it's in such an isolated area.
I'd like to
you
get
know.
that sidewalk done for kids.
Is the stuff that's next to the extra brick, is that what's going there?
What's that?
The material, the fencing
Uh-huh.
materials, what's that fencing material next to the extra brick?
That's,
Is that the existing
that's-
excess,
yeah,
the
that-
salvage gates that we put on the piers? I think there was a couple
Right.
extra panels that they didn't need.
That's garbage.
Garbage, yeah.
Okay,
that used to be the piers down near the parking lot, near the
Yeah,
rear
all right,
gym
all right.
entrance.
all right, okay, so I can put them somewhere
Yeah,
if we wanna use them, if
but
not.
we wanna, this guy's busy now with tree work,
Yeah,
right? Like
yeah.
everybody else in the world. But I told him he's gotta get there, and even if we have to start at the top and do the first 10 feet,
Yeah,
so they can come in and do their fence. Otherwise, they'll just have to work around the gate, that's all there's to
yeah,
it.
the work around the gate, I mean, it's not that big of a deal.
Right,
But the other thing too is there's a tremendous amount of washout on that hill, on that hill.
Oh, yeah, I know.
I mean, and we're gonna be
Regardless.
disrupting it with this guy. I'd like to get this in if you're gonna do that. So we're not back and forth with the grass.
Right.
With fall season, cause they're gonna have to put a lot of.
oh no,
work into
it'll
that.
all be done by then.
Yeah.
They're not gonna, are they gonna spray this last phase of grass? They're
I
not,
think so.
they're not, I mean, they're gonna
I
do it
would think
now
so,
though?
yeah. Well, no, they're gonna do it starting August 15th.
Okay, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
They're
Pretty
not,
big area, the rest of the topsoil that they spread through the
Yeah,
softball
yeah.
field. The ideally is they're gonna touch up all the washout areas and then spray the softball field and then go back to the areas that still need to be.
right, okay. Here's something interesting. That Dean and I talked about a little bit, I don't know if you drove back there, Dean.
I did.
They put the gate up on that heavy duty concrete
Yeah.
driveway.
Yep.
Which is good, cause I guess there was a lot of people driving in there.
Yep.
During the weekends, right? Go play
And nights,
tennis,
yeah.
let's drive to the court, we don't wanna exercise and walk there, right? So people have been driving in and out, so now the gate is up.
Yep.
And I just realized for the recreational guy, maybe the guy who's coming to play tennis, or the kids who are coming to play soccer, if that gate is closed and chained, there's no way to get in.
Middle school side, middle
You
school,
gotta go,
You gotta go
you gotta,
in the main entrance.
where the auto
Right,
shop is.
so with the main, we
piers.
gotta come up with names, right? We gotta come up with names of the fields and all this, that's another thing we gotta come up with a name with. What is the main entrance to the complex, right, to the sports complex?
yeah.
And that would be where the gate is, and that's where, next to the, next
Put
to the
up a
building.
sign on that gate and says, enter at stadium.
And then you can get to everywhere you gotta go, walking distance there, right? So I kinda like the idea that you can't walk in that way.
Yeah.
Okay, but you could, if you go down further towards towards where the trailers were, there's a little cove that gets you in there and it gets you between the fence of the softball fields and the fence of the divider. And it's on a little bit of bank, so you're gonna have people walking through that to jump the fence to go over there, so we might wanna look at that too. Anyway, I don't mind that gate not allowing people
All right,
in.
so you think that can be controlled with signage?
Yeah, and have it,
Yeah,
just have it. People show up in the back there, if they show up in the back there to park, that's usually to go watch a game, I would think. That's during an activity.
all the sand ladders go back there, you know,
I know.
like the kids who go up and play, they park their bikes, but you know, you gotta bike around, I
You
guess.
gotta bike around or they're gonna be jumping the fence.
Yeah, they're gonna, yeah, well, that's what, we don't need ladders leaning against fences like we had before.
Yeah, that's what you're gonna have.
Yeah.
But we don't want cars going down there, you know?
No, definitely not. That's gotta be closed
So
off.
he's, John, who's doing the concession stand, he's gonna put a lock on
Yeah.
it tomorrow.
I think what we're all anticipating is gates to stop vehicles,
Yeah.
but maybe a space to walk pedestrian.
That whole thing evolved. We had bollards there, removable bollards
Yeah.
that stop the vehicle.
So-
You can still walk through, and so it's evolved.
So
since-
did you go there, Dean, today?
I looked at it, yeah.
So there's gates obviously on the sidewalk. The side panel's not done yet. So I guess if you wanted to, what do you call those things? Chicanery? You know, the,
No, I know what you're talking about. I don't have a name for it.
No, don't put a gate in, don't put them things in there. The in and out, the squirrel cage thing?
yeah, exactly. So there's 6 foot set of fencing that hasn't been done yet. So there's still time, it's on grass, but there's still time, I guess, to put a little man gate there if you want to.
Because I think we gotta look at it a little closer now that we can see the whole complex and walk it.
Yeah.
To see how kids and people are going to avoid walking around the whole building.
Can I just ask why the evolution, if originally it was anticipated that would be a pedestrian access point? What changed in the,
They were, I don't remember, cause Slam's not on the phone, but they were,
That was before
they
me.
were, removable bollards.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in case we needed to get a truck or an ambulance down there, and I don't think we wanted to deal with that, basically. If there's an ambulance that needs to get in there, it needs to get in there. I don't know that there's any other reason other than that.
No, it pretty much came from the field change. The
Yeah.
removable bollards were in the design and the cost of when we were
Yeah.
negotiating the changes was just too high and we just said, leave it out. And then we added those
We added
swing
the gate,
gates in the
yeah.
interim.
And I think it is better, with those removable bollards would be a pain.
yeah, but is there a way to physically block a truck we don't want going there or a car driving?
If the gates are closed and chained.
But allow for, since it's not completed yet,
Yeah.
some kind of,
That's
There
what
is
I'm
that
talking
little side section that we still have time that we could fiddle further around with, yes. I think, I don't recall where you're talking about that little space, but I also think, I don't remember, if you go all the way down to the varsity baseball field and take a right and head towards the first base dugout, there's a gate there that goes onto the varsity baseball field. So you could walk across the varsity baseball field and get to the
Yeah.
middle school baseball field.
There's a lot of gates on the project.
Yeah,
We have to decide the flow.
Yeah.
And start locking them off, because they're all open now. Or we open one and the other, because again, we gotta figure it out, but there's a lot of things like that, Mario, we gotta look at.
yeah.
Signage and like,
Yeah.
what gate gets open, what gate is open 24/7, what's not, and then
Now,
start
the
changing
easy
them.
thing is to lock everything and make them go through the piers. I mean, if you don't have the energy to walk around to the piers, you probably don't have the energy to play a soccer game.
Yeah, you do. Kids down there, they'll jump that fence in 2
Oh, I know
seconds, they
they
go
will.
play instead of walking around.
Oh,
You kidding me?
absolutely.
2
I know
seconds.
that. I know that. They definitely will. Anyway.
So a
we
lot
gotta-
of the parking during the baseball, they parked and sat there, you know, behind the,
Well, during a baseball game, it'll be open though.
That's what I mean, during an event,
oh, okay.
well, you know what, no, hang on
I
a
don't know, maybe
second.
not.
Really? No, why would they be open if you
Then
gotta get
somebody
a
will drive
vehicle?
down there.
Yeah,
Well, like you just said, if there's an event going on, we'd open them so an ambulance can get down there, so on the backtrack, yeah, during an event, they should be open, right?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's another sign. No, no automobiles,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Emergency vehicles only,
Emergency
whatever the
vehicle.
case may be.
Those plastic chains across there, so
Yeah.
they have to go through it.
I think that's it. Oh, no,
That's not
this
it.
is beautiful.
monument.
Yeah,
So-
you know about it?
They put it in the, front of the.
Number one, nobody called us to tell us they put it there. Number two, they plopped it there on the grass. 165 pounds knocked it over.
Really?
Oh my God, how about we dig a hole, put a little concrete in? So tell them it's not staying the way it is. Cause some kid's gonna knock it over on their feet the
Who
first
picked the
day.
location?
You didn't coordinate that with Zach?
No, well, we talked about 2 or 3 different locations. And I don't think it's the worst location in the world. But it can't, you can't
Listen,
just
if it's
plop
in
it
that
onto-
location right there,
Yeah,
kids are gonna jump on that and sit on it all day long.
oh yeah, for sure.
All day long.
Yeah.
So it can't be a little bit of concrete and a couple of pins. The kids are gonna sit on it all day long.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a perfect spot to hop on there, wait for your kid to come out of school,
No, even though there's benches everywhere, you're right.
even though there's benches. And then on
Right.
top of that, it's snow removal. I mean, it's gotta be,
Well,
I'm
why
not
don't
saying
we
it's in
put
a
it-
bad spot. I'm just saying, I just didn't know why. I didn't see it.
Well-
You guys are
All
better.
of a sudden it showed up.
We could put it in the courtyard. Right, Mike? We
100%.
could put it in the courtyard, which
Yeah.
would still be good, but out of the way.
Absolutely.
But most of all, we can't just lay it in the grass.
Even if it's
It's
in a
gotta be
courtyard.
dug and.
You know, I could just push it over, and I don't mean with a lot of work, easily.
Yeah, it's not very big, and
It's,
yeah, I
it's,
guess I have the picture of it.
Can you just describe this?
this is the monument that was right in the middle of the island in front of a building where the buses used to circle. It's for Dawn Stores, the young lady who died, in the Christmas accident way back in the day.
Yep.
And obviously, we've had it in storage all this time. That's the one. That's not a terrible spot, but Dean is right, they're gonna,
I mean, Sean,
Yes.
Sean. It was Sean.
Sean Collins,
Sean Collins, yeah.
Dawn Stores.
No,
Says
she
Elizabeth.
she hurt, she had
She got
her
hurt.
leg, yeah, her
How
leg.
the heck do I remember her name?
Yeah. Cause she had something bad happen too.
Oh, hold the phone. Elizabeth Deek,
Who's that?
That was a teacher.
January, what's that say, Mike, you think? January 1st.
Yeah, gee.
Wow, I
Who's
thought it
that?
had to do with that accident this
Oh, I
whole
don't
time.
No,
It wasn't the accident?
no.
Wow,
Yeah, we should take a little bit of a game plan with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I think if we put it by that ill-placed tree blocking the outside movie theater, that's far enough away from everything.
Yeah.
And if they do a dig,
with a
some
little, yeah,
stone dust, some cement, I think we'll be all right.
okay. Can you take care of that?
Yeah, we can do that. This one in the back here, right, this tree.
Then that's out of the
Marking
way for
moves
you
here.
and the kids.
Yeah, we'll show Mike after, but yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, just have him call Dean and he'll go down there and say,
Correct.
yep, put it right
Yeah, blame Dean.
there.
That's what I often do.
Why not? Eddie,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think that's up to you.
Nothing, yeah.
All good, thank you.
Kinda.
Nothing.
Oh, just the rear gates, remember, I think last meeting you mentioned that they weren't working properly?
Yes, that's all part of the electric
On the
stuff.
list, yep, the scoreboard just got installed, we were waiting on the last like handhold to be put in there that connects some of the other handholds together, so that's all set now, we're gonna get the guy come back to pull the fiber cable, and then should be all set.
Yeah.
Okay,
Should start working pretty soon.
Good.
Or after the summer anyway. Right? How? If that's all functioning correctly now, that could be controlled by the office? You're not sure? Are you sure?
I know, at one
We
point,
had it under control,
yeah, I know at one point.
right? This been off service now for over a year.
Yeah.
Right. So,
So
did you used to be able to just,
we had that thing programmed to open at a certain time, close at a certain time. We had a pretty good system down. Couple few issues with it was on weekends it'd be open. We weren't sure if somebody had a siren.
Well, someone, there was a special event and during noon.
Yeah, there was a couple, but we had to operate
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
It's been sitting. So
all right,
Who should we contact to figure out when it's live and programmed? Is it Rachel's group? Yeah,
once we get all that service up and running there,
yeah,
it's gonna be between Rachel's group and I think Eagle Fence put that thing in
Yes.
there, right?
Yep.
I would want them there to do a soft startup to make sure this thing's all operating. Again, it's been sitting for a year.
yeah, don't just wire it and
I'm
walk
not just
away.
gonna
Yeah.
just take it and say, you know, we've,
Hasn't done anything, right?
okay, yeah, we can do that.
Okay, anything, Doug?
This may be after the next meeting, but just in relation to the floor,
I can't hear
roughly,
you.
when does volleyball come back to practice, as far as the floor goes?
About the third week of August.
So probably around or after the next meeting we had. The floor will probably be done before they're practicing on it, or are they not using that part of the floor? Maybe, possibly?
They've been using that whole gym.
Yeah, we,
Already.
but,
It's how fast we can.
but
move.
that stopped, that slows down in August, so to your
Yeah.
point, yeah, we're gonna try to get this done before volleyball.
Okay,
Yeah.
no, I mean, obviously, the
Problem
match,
with that.
the matches I think are later, but I don't know how early they start practice, if
Yeah,
it's August.
usually about the third week.
Yeah.
And listen, we got 1, 2, 3, at least four courts total.
Okay.
So we should be okay. But
Okay,
the plan is to get it done.
Yeah.
We gotta get this crap done in the summer.
thank you.
I had a couple things that
Oh, okay.
breezed over me.
Yeah, sorry.
On purpose.
I know they were out there last week testing the slabs in the back of the school.
Yep.
They did 3 or 4 test slabs, you see that?
The loading dock.
Loading dock, sorry
Yes.
about that, loading dock. Any thing to talk about there?
Yes. You wanna handle it? You wanna handle it?
We got a meeting on Monday to discuss the results of the cores that were taken in the loading dock slab, and think we got some good headway on where we're gonna, head to try to get it replaced. Ultimately, it's gotta get removed.
Yes.
All of it?
That's what we're gonna discuss on Monday. To
You
what
know, if you
extent?
look at where it went down, 4 of those concrete blocks, no problem. Then you look at where you go into the gym, 3 of those blocks, no problem. Started with that, and
So is that why you did all test samples from the same slab,
We took them right at
from the same area?
We took them at the cracks, at each crack. There's
No,
two
they
cracks
took
in there.
them, so if there's a slab, a
one
4x4 slab, there was 3 samples taken out of that one 4x3 slabs. And all the rest of them going up, they had a crack in them, there was no test samples there, it was just on that slab.
Correct.
Okay,
We just wanted to observe the placement of the reinforcement.
nothing to do with we can anticipate that what we're saying is happening here, we follow that crack,
Right,
and that's
yeah.
what's gonna get replaced?
Right, yes,
Okay,
yeah. So on the surface, it seems like the mesh is not high enough in the core.
from the pictures,
yes.
certainly look that way.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw the picture, overlaid
Yes,
pre-pour with post-pour pictures, and there were 2 rows of supports that supported the mesh, and the crack went between the 2 rows of supports, suggesting that the mesh between the 2 supports is where it was low. When they did the cores, they found that the mesh was indeed low. And that mesh is what's there to prevent the kind of cracking that
Yeah.
was visible.
Okay,
Should be in the top third of the slab.
before you ask your next question, how, and what about the chunks out of it? Is there a meeting for that too, for the loading dock, the failures on the corners and stuff like that?
Yeah, we talked about getting a repair procedure on how to fix at least the corners or put some cementitious product on that Pentagon area.
Yeah.
Pretty much from the end of the ramp to the doors coming out of that hallway where the health classroom is. We want to
Okay.
basically remove and replace that whole entire area. And then the stairs and then the cheek wall next to the stairs.
That includes those blowouts, right, at the fence posts?
That would be repaired in place.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. But 75% of it's.
so the stairs are included?
Yep. Yeah.
Next to the loading dock?
Those are not in good shape. Neither is the cheek wall.
Be hard for you.
It's gonna be, we're gonna have to talk about it, to figure out when we can even do that work, but
How about the loading dock?
what about it?
Anything talked about that?
Talked about the bird bath,
That's very
right?
bad.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's what we call the Pentagon area.
Oh, I'm sorry.
When we're gonna use a cementitious product to raise that area up a little bit and then
Oh,
kind of cut in a couple of joints in there, expansion joints, control joints
gotcha,
that were
to get
missed.
that
too.
water to flow to the drain.
Yeah.
Gotcha, so that's the
Yep.
area you're talking about, okay.
Mhm.
Alright, sorry. I know we talked about, I guess it probably won't be happening this off-season is, some of the sidewalks that we had issues with. Whatever we resolved isn't happening this summer.
Not yet, we're still working on that. I don't even have a date for you.
Okay,
Doesn't appear like it's gonna
Yep.
happen.
Okay.
Not gonna happen this summer.
that's fine, yep.
Okay, next meeting is August 20th.
put that in there.
Have a motion to adjourn at 5:55.
So
I'm on. John,
5 o'clock.
okay. All in favor, aye, okay.